destroyed a few chimera and had some kind of interaction with druid controlling them. You did learn that she was a part of a kind of extremist and nihilistic druidic sect in the brief time that you had her under your custody. She got away. Um, your group checked back in with the Gilded Glaive, got a very handsome reward, mostly for the very expensive green bottle liqueur that you returned. Um, and then you were making your way over towards a writer known as Reginald, uh, is the proprietor of a firearms store called the Huntsman's Prop. That is where we will pick up. So, as your group is making your way towards or through the city, you're now getting out of the more commercial area with all the vendors and things like that. Or, oh, what's up, Jessica? That picture of Shar, always welcome. Anyways, you're now making your way more into the. All right. Well,
That's good.
you're now making your way into kind of a quieter district. It seems like there are some residential areas where there's like apartments stacked on each other. And after a short jaunt, you see a bit of a clearing and then a somewhat humble looking storefront. It's just like a single story, a small house, still with the same New Callum type architecture, just a little older, less stylized. And this structure clearly appears to be made out of like a stained. So, what would you guys like to do?
Am I still drunk?
It's starting to off.
Okay. Well, looks behind him. There's still like a small blood that he's been this entire time. Looks a little flushed, or pale, but doesn't say anything. Continues into the Huntsman's Rest. That's what it's called.
As far as you're concerned, yes.
Cool. And
Okay.
This
So,
isn't. Okay.
Yeah, so you watch as the stack just as you're all kind of standing at the storefront, the stack just goes to barge on in. So as you enter, it's a very nice shop. It's kind of like a dark stained wood. It's a little bit dimly lit. But you look around, and there is every kind of firearm mounting the walls. It's like a Guitar Center for guns.
Yeah.
And then you see kind of a single. All the furniture is pretty small, and in the back you see a single, very very small shape behind a counter. You see the very kind of Coke bottle glasses. You see a little gnome standing up behind the counter. It just kind of looks up and just goes, "Oh, hello there.
oh,
You looking to purchase some firearms?"
no.
"Oh, well, I hope you're not here looking for trouble, because we've had some trouble recently. And what I tell people is, if you come in looking for trouble, you better be ready to never leave."
No trouble. Got booze.
No, and I don't routinely recommend mixing alcohol and firearms.
I wasn't gonna do anything with firearms.
Is anyone else in, or is it just?
Yeah. Follow in shortly after.
I want to dip around a corner and change everything.
Okay, into what?
Into a very almost goth-looking male elf. Long, stringy, dark, black hair, like down to the chest. Depressed as fuck looking face. I don't know if this reference is gonna kind of. Never mind. Yeah, looks a little bit like a goth dude.
Okay.
Like the Undertaker.
Yeah. Just an elf.
Okay.
You see that?
So as the rest of you slowly roll on in, Yuetsu just goes, "Excuse me, is this gentleman with you?"
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
yes.
Are you
sorry.
all intoxicated?
Not yet. This is quite the establishment you have here.
Sorry, my dear, I don't traffic in small talk, so if you're not here to buy some guns or ammo, I'd ask you to go ahead and get on out.
Right. Is this DM? This is Reggie, right? This is the one with the missing powder. Is that where we were headed next?
I don't remember anything about missing powder.
Okay.
Happened.
There
I'm sorry.
was
Stolen.
there were
Stolen.
there
I heard
was
guns. That's why I assumed that.
yeah, the gun store owner was dealing with some kind of vague trouble. I don't know
Okay.
if you got
But this is the gun
specifics
store.
into that. Yeah, especially if you're worried about missing powder.
Okay.
There was a missing smuggler.
Ah,
I think that's where the mix-up came in. But yeah, there was a missing smuggler, but that's not necessarily connected
Okay.
to the. You remember some kind of vague discussion of like vagrants or some goons causing trouble for this guy. But yeah, you recall he went by Reggie.
Yep. Okay, so I did. Okay, so this is that one. Okay. Are you Reggie, by chance? We are. We work with the Gilded Glaive, and we are. We heard there was a problem you were dealing with recently.
Okay. You watch as his posture kind of relaxes, and he just goes, "Oh well, took someone long enough from the guild to come on back here. I don't understand why I pay these goddamn dues for." Yes. I've been having trouble. All my customers are going missing.
Your customers. Oh. Okay. Missing how? Is business down, or are
Missing
they
when?
somehow being
Yeah,
taken?
I mean, a good 60% of my business is repeat customers, and what I'm finding is that anyone coming in just to, for a cleaning or to buy a new firearm or for some ammo is just gone missing.
Could it be your firearms are killing all your customers?
Well, I always tell people there's nothing wrong with guns, it's people.
So could you have stupid?
Nope. All of my customers here go through a mandatory gun training and safety course, and we sell responsibly.
All right, Reggie. Do you have any competitors, maybe? Do you know of any other gun salesmen in the area?
I mean, I certainly don't have a monopoly on gun sales, but not anyone that want to do harm to me or my business. Surely, I mean.
Okay.
If
I'm just trying to get some information.
If I could, Reggie, is it just guns? People who purchase guns that go missing, or is it anything?
It seems to be anyone that does business with me.
I would like to buy a gun.
Oh, okay. Very well. Let's see. Well, first off, are you left-handed or right-handed?
Both.
Oh, excellent. We only sell right-handed. So, let's see. We can get you kind of your standard. Depends on what exactly are you in the market for.
Something small, concealable, something that maybe won't kill somebody. I just need something.
Gotcha. Yeah, so what I've got is a new little device that I've made for those of our, customers that want something a little bit more portable. I find that a lot of people tend to just kind of stuff them down the front of their pants, so I've been referring to them as crotch cannons. So if you'd like to buy one, I'd be more than happy to help you. And you watch as he kind of pulls out this it's almost like a little snub-nosed. I mean, it looks like like a pirate's hand cannon, but it's just like almost all of it has been like cut off. So it's just like a little snub-nosed hand cannon. And it's got a little bit of a slimmer profile. You watch as he slaps down a couple on the. He just takes one that's just like pieces of bolted wood and like brass. There's like screws that are like, you can tell the screws being used are almost like too long, sticking out. It looks very like kind of ramshackle. He says, well, this is kind of your most basic model here. I get the sense you're looking for something kind of quick and dirty.
Yeah, that one doesn't look like I should put it in my pants for multiple reasons, but...
Oh, I don't ever recommend people put them in their pants. Yeah.
I've never held a gun before. Do I carry it in my pocket? Like, how do I...
Yeah, well, that brings me to my next point, which is our mandatory firearms safety course.
Oh.
So I am going to, administer that right now, and basically it just comes down to a 3-question quiz, okay? So number 1, are you going to do anything stupid with this if I sell it to you?
Try to find the people that are going missing.
Sounds good. If you find said people going missing, or the perpetrators, and you use a huntsman's promise weapon to dispatch them, are you going to attempt to shift any blame or repercussions toward the proprietor of said store, aka myself, Reginald?
I would like something that cannot kill.
Okay, sounds good. And then 3rd question, do you acknowledge that we have a no refunds policy?
Do you have a leasing policy?
We actually do have a loaning policy, yes. Would you like a loaner?
That would be wonderful.
Hey, perfect. Well, we can do the same, basic weapon. It's going to be one that's a little bit used, it's got a little bit more wear and tear on it. And then, we could do a, daily, weekly, or monthly kind of thing. Which one are you interested in?
You could probably do this in one day.
Sure. So we'll put you on a day type contract. That'll just be 15 gold pieces a day.
Oh shit. You can kill a lot of people in one day.
Yeah. Yep. And I didn't hear that. And yeah. If you have any issues, or if you try to make out with this gun, I'll find you. I always do. So that'll be 15 gold pieces now, please.
Count them out. Yeah. Hand him 15 gold pieces.
Maybe give him 30.
Do you think we'll need to... Alright. We have a lot of money. I give him 30 gold pieces.
Alright, very good. And
is there... one last thing. Do you have, like, a bullet that just makes a really loud noise, but doesn't actually hurt people?
Yeah, I mean, well, basically what you could do is you could just load it and not put the ball in there.
Oh, okay. That works.
Yeah.
Oh, question.
Yep.
I know I said didn't want to buy a gun, but
you want one now, don't you?
So,
Sounds like you've got the gun fever. What are we looking for?
I'm looking for something kind of large, but maybe it like shoots a bunch of bullets,
Say
so
no
I don't
more.
have to
Say
Amen.
no more, friend. You're looking for a blunderbuss, and blunderbusses is what we specialize in. So, let's see here.
Something heavy that I can also beat somebody with, seeing as I don't have any more.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm not even going to ask what sort of things you're looking to hunt, but yeah, you get you something you could certainly bludgeon like a large deer with, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see, right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay, very good. Perfect. That's what we got. All right. And then he kind of walks in the back, and he pops back out with this huge, essentially what looks like again, kind of rust bucket double barrel shotgun.
Cool.
And he actually does have like shells and casings instead of like ball bearings that he actually presses himself, that he sets like a little case of. And he just goes, yeah, this is kind of your standard blunderbuss. I create these casings myself, and basically, when fired, it sort of just unravels into a huge mess. It wasn't my original intention, but what we did find is that it certainly just kind of takes out everything in a cone in front of you. Pretty cumbersome to load, though, even for our most avid enthusiasts. So this year I could let off my hands for approximately, for guild members with the discount, I'll call it 900.
Ooh.
Does it come with ammo?
No, ammunition.
Box.
A box of 12 shots, I'll let off my hands for another 45 gold.
So 950.
If you're keen on a 5 gold tip, then sure.
Are we sure
Okay.
about giving the alcoholic a big old shotgun?
Hey, what happens after they exchange hands is not on me, my friend. You can take it up with the Council of Merchants.
If you guys don't think it's a good idea, we're friends.
I mean,
As someone that has sold firearms to literally anybody for going on about 50 years now, I can say that I've never seen a single case of anything bad happening in a situation like this. So, is it a bad idea? You can say that about anything. Is it fun? Is it something that you're not just going to come on back tomorrow? And I can't promise the same machinery is not going to be available. So what are we doing? Are we doing business or what?
I'm gonna have to think about it. I get it.
No, we're gonna have to think about it. Okay, I'll go ahead and put it in the thinking box then, and we're gonna go ahead and think about it. All right. Well, you've got your loaner now, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you. I hope you don't disappear now. I mean that as a joke. It's actually been really devastating for me and my business.
I mean, what? He does disappear, so we can find him.
Well, I hope you get to the bottom of it and start take care of it, and then spread word that it's all taken care of, because it's my livelihood.
one last question, Reggie, sorry. Do your customers come from a certain, like, specific location? Like, the house of such and such important, or are they all low-class citizens?
I will let you know that I serve a very discerning and high-class clientele. Huntsmaning isn't for everybody. It's for those that have class and pride. So, I don't know what it is you're inferring, Mr. Loner, but I'd go ahead and have you take that outside.
Didn't mean to offend. I will take my rust bucket pistol and thank you.
Good day now.
Reggie, before we leave, who was the last person who went missing?
Well, I didn't rightly know his name, but he was sort of a shadowy individual. He called himself Knight something. And then I think between you and me, I think he did some work with those Under Tavern folk, but did sell him a firearm, and then about a minute after, I heard him discharging said firearm in sort of a flurry. And I heard kind of motion. It was kind of out north ways, and I went out looking, but as you can see, I can't see so good these days. So I was out there ready to blast away, and couldn't really tell who was there to be blasted for, and then kind of similar things have been happening since, and there's been talk about some kind of rough customers.
Alex, your audio keeps cutting out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
If it happens again, let me know, and I'll go. Actually, just go grab that little snowball and see if that helps.
Alright, I'm ready to be kidnapped. I hope you guys are ready to follow.
Kidnapped. That'll be great.
Yeah. I didn't think it was so immediate, but
Yeah, me
Sounds
neither.
like
If
it.
it's like right after they buy it, like fuck it, let's do this.
yeah.
So, you're gonna go outside and just shoot it into the air, then we'll just wait.
I think I only have one shot, so
Who are we doing this job for?
the Gilded
This
Glaive?
is for the Gilded Glaive, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just took
And
a
just-
job to make some money.
Okay.
The Gilded,
And so from
the
what I
Gilded Glaive-
gather, just the gun store owner, he is having issues, asks the guild for help with the customers. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Customers going missing.
Yes.
What was the other one? The other one was like thugs disturbing some
Uh,
business.
What I've listed is the Billy has gone missing. That was all I had written down for that one. By the Reggie one, which we're doing, and Bobby was the Monster Hunters Guild.
Yep. I got the same ones.
Yeah, there wasn't much info on
Barnes.
Billy's, I don't think.
Billy Barnes, the smuggler.
Oh, the smuggler went missing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys already did that one? The Billy Barnes, Billy
Oh.
Burns?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
So we did the Chimera last time. Sorry, I'm doing like a lightning round catch up session. We did the Chimera one last time I was here.
Correct.
Completed that, and then this is the first one you guys have done since, or
Yep.
Yeah. We
Yep.
completed the
Got it.
Chimera mission, accidentally let the druid escape, went back to the town to collect our rewards, and then just putzed around until now.
Okay, cool.
We did get a lot of money. I don't know if someone wrote down the exact
Yeah, it
amount.
was like 1,300 gold or something for
Yeah,
it,
so
for the
you-
booze.
Yeah, so you should add 1,300 gold to your inventory. All right. Well, I walk outside, swinging my pistol on my finger, whistling nonchalantly.
Okay. Okay.
You know, it is interesting. They gave you that class, but didn't actually tell you how to fire it.
Oh well, I mean, I assume you just squeeze.
I mean, what is a firearm even, you know?
Point and squeeze. Right? I don't think you want to
Like
look
you
at this
actually
side
shoot it.
here.
Is that what you do? You point and squeeze?
Not right now, but
Okay. I thought you were saying that that's what you do.
eventually.
Just point it straight up in the air. It'll probably just disappear.
Oh, all right. But you know what? Here, can you hold this real quick, Varric?
He hands me the gun.
He holds it out. I really hate this
I grab
person.
it, point it in the air, and immediately fire it.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Nothing happens.
It's not loaded. No, it doesn't work.
Alright, trust levels just dropped a notch. You hold on. Here, that being said,
I never-
here's the bullet that I forgot to give you.
I just put the ball in
I'm gonna...
again.
Alright.
Point it in the air and pull the trigger. Nothing happens.
So this one is a pretty, like, primitive device. So this is one that you gotta straight up do, like, the whole powder.
No, I assumed as
Yeah.
much.
So,
And the cotton and all that shit.
so you go ahead and hold it up. Same, nothing happens.
I think you
What?
got ripped off.
What is it supposed to do?
It's supposed to go bang.
Oh, does it not go bang? Mm-mm.
No, I'm working.
As this is happening, Samugi, what are you doing right now?
Sort of taking it all in.
Okay.
Samugi doesn't have a lot of knowledge about firearms per se, so just kind of watching and learning.
This is the first time that Derek's ever even held a gun.
Yeah. So I'll say, Samugi, as you're taking it all in, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Uh, 21.
21.
Wow, perceptive.
As you're taking it all in, oh shit, you happen to see this very large looking crow that is kind of to the northeast of you, kind of sitting on a signpost for a tavern, and it's just staring at you with like these beady reddish black eyes, just kind of staring at your group. And you watch as like another crow kind of flies by and like lands on it, and they're just kind of sitting there like staring at your group. And then I would also say at this point, you now are getting pretty stone cold sober, and you just start to get this like feeling of dread.
And there's a tavern right down the road?
There is a tavern.
I've walked directly toward it.
Okay.
Throw the gun back to toss it back because then we're gonna carry it.
Yeah. As he tosses it back, ball bearing kind of falls back and like starts like kind of bouncing on the ground, and Varric is off to the tavern.
I don't appreciate
Moogie
that.
points out the weird animal behavior. Just kind of getting a weird feeling from these birds.
Oh no, these are ravens. There's nothing to fear. Maybe it's a sign.
They're on a sign for a tavern, which I'm going in.
As you were having that conversation, the crow definitely flew away.
Oh.
Okay, so Varric rolls into the tavern. What are the rest of you doing?
I'd follow him. I'd be right behind him pretty much. After looking around, making sure like no one's clocking us.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I just follow right behind him, make sure he doesn't get in too much trouble.
I'll dip into the same alley and change back into Cass. Change my clothes and everything. And then I'll catch up with you all later. And then I'll go to the tavern like 5 minutes or so later.
Okay. So as you enter, it's a pretty dead little establishment.
Right.
You see kind of a couple individuals in the shadows kind of strewn about. It just seems like this is kind of, you almost get the sense this is where people go and they're like down on their luck in the middle of the day. Like this is when other people are working.
This is perfect.
Yeah. So you roll in. The bartender is the very kind of pasty human with like splotched skin and then just like a really kind of unfortunate looking mustache. Who just kind of looks up. He's just cleaning a little glass with some spit and a rag and just goes, hey there, what can I do you for?
Boy, barkeep, What's the cheapest, strongest liquor you have?
I'd probably say a bottle of this cheap and strong over here.
No, I'll take it. How much? Whole bottle.
Oh, a whole bottle, you say?
Yep.
Well, for a whole bottle, I would accept 3 gold pieces.
No,
Oh God.
that's my kind of liquor.
Ugh.
It's expensive
give
for
me
a bottle of
$3.
liquor.
Okay. He hands it back to you.
I drink the entire thing as fast.
Okay. As you do, he just goes, "Oh, I might slow down. I don't want anyone complaining about going blind now." And you just kind of drink it all down.
Do I go?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
As soon as the alcohol even like touches your lips, that sensation of doom kind of goes away, and instead it's just like this just absolute thirst for alcohol. Like you've just been like dehydrated and parched for days, and alcohol is the only thing that can quench your thirst. So you almost can't even control yourself. You down the whole bottle, and you're still thirsty. You were also very intoxicated
You have another-
after a short amount of time. It goes, I do. We actually got a bit of a surplus on cheap and strong, and who am I to say who and what can't do what with now? And he hands you another one.
Give him another 3 quarts.
Okay.
If you get drinking that.
Okay, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw at this point.
Saving
I kind
throw?
of look over to Cass. Or is Cass? Did Cass come in
17.
yet?
You are fine. Cass, at this point, is rolling in.
I feel like he hasn't drank this much before.
How much does he drink already?
He already drank just a big thing of this clear, acid-looking stuff.
I walk over to the bar, slap Varric on the shoulder, and lean real close to his ear. Hey, buddy, I know you're going through some things, and dead kid and all that, but we could really use you not shit-faced all the time. That would be great.
After even the short time that you've been in here with whatever this cheap and strong stuff is, you can tell you're going to get very, very, very intoxicated. Where you're going to be at disadvantage on attacks, saving throws, everything.
Yeah.
And your speed will be halved.
Going for it.
Okay. So
Maybe-
you
Hey, how about when you have a son, I murder him, and then you tell me how you feel? How's that sound? Huh?
You know what, Varric? You're not the only fucking one who has problems in their life. A lot of people have lost a lot of things. Alright, maybe not as personal as a son. But you can't be a liability like this to us, you know? Like, I get it probably hurts, but... like, you're drinking a lot nowadays. Even more so in the prison. Is there something else?
I just felt really scared. And then when I started drinking, it felt better.
What could you possibly be scared of? You're the
I
most
don't know.
ferocious.
That's the problem. Don't know.
Well, we looked out for each other in the prison. Thanya, you know. You're not alone, and you definitely shouldn't be scared of, well, anything that isn't right in front of you threatening you. I don't know. Why don't we just step away from the bar for a little bit?
Alara, are you proficient in medicine?
Yes.
Again, you're new here, so it would make sense that you wouldn't necessarily say a whole lot. You don't know this Varric guy all that well, but watching him like down these 2 bottles of liquor, like you've healed a lot of people, you've seen a lot of things. This does not seem like a typical person with an alcohol problem. Like
Okay.
you've seen a lot of those, and this is just straight up like you've almost never seen someone drink anything, let alone alcohol, with the fervor that he just did. It was like every second mattered to like get that liquor in him. And the change in him was very rapid, like even beyond like what the onset of alcohol would be. So to you as a healer and a cleric, that screams that there is something more magical going on than just someone with an alcohol problem right now.
Is he? Being that's more magical. Is he wear? What do you have on, Varric? Like overall, like everything from head to toe. Like,
Just
is
like
there any kind of object that seems kind of stands out a little bit?
Go ahead and um, make an investigation check. I mean, Varric, are you allowing Alara to like look over your person right now?
2 points in there.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so make an investigation check.
Okay. Find a D20 here. Grabbed every dice by D20. There we go. Okay. So investigation, you said? 14.
14?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look over his person, and with that check, you do find in kind of this area, he's wearing almost like at like the crevice where like his belt meets like his pants.
Uh-huh.
In that like space between, you notice
Yeah.
there's like this almost like this like on his side by his hip.
Yeah.
You kind of are just looking over everything. You kind of follow the belt line, and you touch something a little bit sticky, and you notice there's like a little bit of like what looks like webbing.
Okay. Can I? I'd like Varric. Is it okay if I do something real quick? I wouldn't want to get too handsy with him or anything.
No.
Okay. And can I try to remove it?
The belt.
The sticky webbing.
Well, as you go to investigate it more, you now kind of feel that kind of above his hip, there's
Yeah.
almost like a little chitinous membrane that you start to touch, and it gives a little bit of give. It's maybe like about like 3 by 3 inches. And as you kind of look, there's this like little, almost what looks like a little cocoon.
What the fuck?
Oh shit.
A little chrysalis.
I would lean over to whoever, if any of you guys are watching.
Very intense.
This your friend here, he may have a parasite of some sort attached to his hip, and I'd kind of like point down to it, like subtly, like while Varric's not paying attention. Hopefully, I wouldn't want to catch his attention, freak him out, or anything.
No, that's
Um,
fine. Cool.
Let me see. Can
Well,
I
strange.
try? Don't know if it'll do anything. Can I try a cure wounds like on him to kind of separate it, possibly?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give that a shot.
Okay. Are you? How many hit points do you heal?
Let's see. You regain 10 hit points.
Okay. You cast that spell, and the radiant magic around that area just doesn't seem to work. His other injuries are healed somewhat, but that itself doesn't seem to have an effect.
Okay. Varric, I don't mean to alarm you, but it appears that you may have bought something from. It could be the druid that we encountered earlier. Um, there's a mass on your hip that, if you're willing, I can remove for you.
Okay.
Well, hold on. How are you? Hold on. Let me. I place my hands around it and just hum a real low tone and cast detect magic.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you get immediately you get a blinding sensation. There is a very strong enchantment on Varric right
Hmm.
now. You actually this is the first time. This is the first time you've casted the spell this campaign. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You actually notice a couple things in addition to the typical like magical bits and bobs that you would expect. You notice. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You're fairly confident that Varric has been cursed. That this is an actual curse.
Oh.
There's actually a couple curses on Varric.
Oh.
Jesus.
You
Racking 'em
notice.
in, yeah.
You notice there is this magical, almost like wound on his hip that looks like it kind of goes deeper into his body, and it's at the site of wherever that little like chrysalis thing is.
Okay.
You get a very powerful enchantment from that area. You also notice the neck tattoos that you all have are also wreak a very powerful enchantment magic, and it also seems like a curse.
Okay.
And you see that on everybody here, except for Alara.
Okay. Varric, buddy, don't know how to say this any other way, but you might be fucked.
What doing?
You've got multiple curses coursing through your veins right now, and I don't know how to get rid of them.
What's the cleric? Goes second way.
Let me look through my book and see if I will have anything here. I do. I need a time to prepare it again. It seems, I apologize. It seems to be a constant adjustment. New party and all, not knowing what to expect. I would need a few hours to meditate on it and prepare, but I do have a spell to remove curses.
Oh, I need a nap.
Maybe we should go back to the ship while we wait for this whole gun magic demon to come by and kidnap Cass. And while we do that, Alara could try and fix Varric.
Yes.
Alternate suggestion, we stay here to maybe not attract whatever it is back to our ship. I
Oh,
could.
okay.
Oh god, this place looks terrible, but
Yeah,
I
this
guess
place looks dingy.
I guess I could put on a performance if they'll allow me.
Might help business. Get us a discount. Are there rooms in this place, or is it just a bar?
Just the tavern.
Just a bar. Okay, got it.
Yeah, let's
Yes,
just set up in
it's-
the corner here. I don't think it's not like business is booming and he's going to kick us out for taking up a table, I think.
Yeah.
I'll be back and then I'll prepare.
Okay.
Bartender.
Yes, dear.
We have a table.
I didn't understand your drunken slur, my friend. Could you try one more time?
Use the table.
You use the table. That's right. You sure do.
We're just going to sit in this corner here, and we just wanted to let you know that we're gonna be hanging out. buying
Oh, yeah.
food.
Yeah, this is not that kind of establishment. We don't sell food. You sit where you like.
Oh.
It's free seating. It's someone died in that one like a couple days ago. So
We see it.
that means it's been freshly cleaned. So best spot in the house.
I want to go sit there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll join you.
You go to go sit there, and it smells very sterile. It smells like it has just recently been cleaned.
It's like,
Okay.
Yet it is sticky.
oh.
Ew.
I will meditate on the spell in my book to cast Cure Wounds, and I will adjust my spell list accordingly.
Okay, so you're trying to take a rest.
4 hours. Yep. I need 4
Okay.
hours.
4 hours.
Okay, so you guys are just hunkering down in the bar.
I won't make the
Okay.
changes till you let me know if it's okay.
Sure.
Barkeep,
Excellent.
what is... my name is Cassius, renowned across... You look like you're gonna say
Cass,
something.
your speech immediately trails off as your detect magic is still up. And you see... Actually, let me check something. Does detect magic go through walls?
Yeah, but it's the standard, like 4 foot of wood or a foot of stone.
Yeah, okay. So as you're introducing yourself to the barkeep, your speech trails off as you notice something that you haven't seen in months, but it's something you know very well. Through the wooden frame of the back of this tavern, you very clearly see, standing still, the magical seal of Lord Oswald Beaumont. And right as you notice it, like it's with the detect magic flow, you can literally make out the large B on the seal. You notice an individual move, and that seal moves with it, and it exits the radius of your spell.
Do you have a bathroom?
Yep, it's called the street.
Okay, this will do. I change right there. I just drop my clothes and begin changing. And
Getting naked?
yeah, everything except my skivvies. I think at this point I'm like close to being one of those quick change magicians.
Yeah.
Not quite,
it's
but
it's almost like an art. Like before, it takes you guys a second to realize what's going on, and by the time you do, he's already done.
I
You're
am
like,
the
where did he
female
pull
drow.
those spells up? Okay. So you watch this cast just like dips down, does a couple things, pops back up as a female drow, and
Look at Cinderella. He is all the time.
I have never seen him do this.
Oh,
you watch as the barkeep just is standing there looking shocked, and you see like he reaches under the table and like just looks down at one of those bottles they sold you, and then he just like uncorks it and just starts like pouring it down a drain.
Wonderful makeup. I'll be back, everyone. And I'm gonna go slink away and try to follow whoever had this mark on them.
Okay. Go ahead. Ooh. Go ahead and give me a survival check. What are the rest of you doing while Cass does this?
I'm meditating. I would advise against him leaving, but I'm kind of concentrating.
I would be on the verge of blacking out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, so to clarify, you all watched Cass just like quick swap characters and then dive out of the bar, saying he'll be right back. Or she'll be right back. They'll be right back.
I think I'm gonna follow him or them.
Them.
Okay.
I grab Pandara's hand. Don't leave me with the cleric.
That's what you need right now, Varric. You need a cleric. Rest. Get off.
So you quickly run off. How about you, Samugi?
Smoothie's gonna follow too.
Okay, Samugi and Sundara.
Spooky.
Um, so what was that survival check?
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Wow.
So you are no stranger to kind of bobbing and weaving through back alleys. And hot on the trail of this individual, you kind of rush up to an alley to your north, and you just see like a dark cloak, disappear off to the west, like in an alleyway down. And you, as quietly as possible, just kind of sprint in that direction. Are you trying to be stealthy or quick?
I'm trying to be, well, I'm trying to be quick until I can trail them at like, a 10-foot distance, 15-foot
Okay,
distance.
so it sounds like you're trying to keep them in your eye line, potentially at the cost of being heard.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, you rush down this alleyway and kind of turn, and you see just the back of an individual covered in actually what looks like furs, like dark furs.
Okay.
And as you rushed by, they kind of turned their head, not looking at you, but you can just see that they clocked that someone ran in that direction. And you watch as their movement becomes more erratic, where they're just kind of doing this speed walk, and then suddenly they just like rip into an alley again going north. You get the sense that they
They know
are
they're
concerned they're being followed. So with that, are you trying to keep pace?
Yes. Can I tell if they're a male or female figure?
Give me a perception check.
Natural 15. So unnatural 20.
Okay. Very obviously a male form.
Okay.
However, you notice something as they turn their head. Just seeing the side of their face, it was a clean-shaven male, but you noticed he had this twisting collage of like tattoos of thorny vines that were like going into the corner of his mouth, up into his eyes. Something you've seen before.
I have.
It reminds you a lot of the druid that you ran into
Okay.
on the peak of the mountain. They ripped down towards the north.
I at this point I'm just sprinting
Okay.
towards them.
So because you kind of sacked stealth right at the beginning, go ahead and just give me one last. We'll make this a survival or athletics check, your choice,
Okay.
at advantage.
And we're in an alleyway, right? Or are we just in a side street? Like, how busy is it?
You're going between alleyways, so it's not busy at all.
Okay. That's a 13. Acrobatics.
Okay.
As I turn and we're sort of one in front of the other, I just want to call out, Kingston, was that you? What are you doing over here?
They definitely do not stop and turn with that. If anything, you're now engaged with someone that's like full on sprinting. So with that, you are now beginning to lose them to where they turn another corner and they're out of line of sight. But it looks like they're now doubling back around towards the bar, and they've led you on kind of a loop.
Mm.
Hey.
Okay.
Give me a second. My mom's gonna say hi to James. Okay.
Where...
Yeah, so with that, Samugi and Sandara, you would notice that Cass just like rips off into the north direction, just like ducking into these alleys. It looks like he's chasing someone. So what are you two doing as this happens?
I am trailing. I'm trying to trail Cass.
Okay, give me an athletics
Catch
check
up.
to see if you can keep up.
No.
Samugi will do the same, seeing if there's some sort of way to head them off at the pass.
Rage scattering.
We have a thing for this where, I mean, I would
You
say
know,
because
wake up, everybody's gonna be dead.
you took
Good roll.
the athletic perk,
I
which
did.
means you have an innate climbing speed, which means you could pretty easily scale one of these buildings, and walking along the top of these buildings, keeping track of what's going on below you, you could basically go straight as the crow flies regardless of what weird route they take. And you could cut the distance in half. So,
I will parkour trail them.
sure. So, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check. I'll say add advantage because, like, you have the innate climbing speed. You can just get up there. This is you trying to keep track of them while they're, while they're running around.
I got a natural 20.
Hey.
Okay. So, Samugi, you get to a point where it actually just looks like this individual is clearly aware they're being chased, and they're just like going in this figure 8 pattern that leads pretty much right back to the bar. So you get to a point where you're like, you kind of notice the pattern that you're doing, and you just stop running, and you're just like watching this individual like route back around as they're just standing on the same building. You would notice the path they're going right now. It looks like they're leading you right into a group of 4 other people that appear ready to go.
Okay. How much time does it appear that I'm keeping an eye on the person in Cassius? Like, how much time until they run into the trap?
It looks like about 30 seconds at the
Okay.
speed they're going.
I am going to. Can I jump down and, interrupt their pattern?
Yeah, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to head him off?
Yes.
Okay.
I will head them off, and I'm going to simultaneously summon my arms.
Okay. Are you doing damage to this individual?
I mean, I guess that's kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Because he has to roll dexterity save.
Yeah. Okay.
And simultaneously, I'm multitasking here. I'm gonna yell to Cassius. There's 4 more, like 50 yards back or whatever.
How the
Yeah.
fuck did you get
So-
up there?
As you're like running forward after this individual, you see this tiny little shape. It almost looks like a little badger or something that just like falls off one of the buildings, and then you see kind of Samugi's old ass just kind of like falling down, and you see this flash of this force energy, and there's this little like faint like you actually feel it in your chest, this little pulse, and you watch as his fall is slowed as these 2 like spectral like arms reach out and like clasp the side of the buildings to slow his fall, and you just see like these 2 trails of little dust that they leave as Samugi just like lands 3-point style in front of that individual. The figure you're chasing is not halted by this at all. You watch as Samugi falls in front of him, almost like he was expecting it. He just leaps at you, Samugi, And then there's this just flash of feathers, and you watch as a crow just begins to now fly up out of the out of the alleyway.
Can I see this as well?
Yeah, you're turning the corner. You see Samugi drop. You see that crow fly up. It's now about 20 feet in the air.
Important is it that we catch this crow, Cass?
Kill the fucking crow.
I cast Vortex Warp.
Oh.
Okay.
Fucking what?
I'm going to teleport the crow, or try to teleport the crow to directly at Cass's feet. Has to roll a Constitution saving throw.
What the fuck?
If I could, I would like to hold an action to cast Vicious Mockery.
What's your trigger?
When this thing is close enough to me. They're like a little bit ahead of me, so whenever it's within 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah. The save is Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10.
That is a fail.
Okay. So it's pulled, like ripped back. You hear this almost loud buzzing sound, and almost like this metallic grinding noise. And then you watch as this crow is just ripped through space. Where did you want to put it?
Right at Cass's feet.
Okay, it lands right at Cass's feet. You had a held action for a Vicious Mockery.
Yeah. Tell me who the hell you are, you stupid fucking bird brain. Where'd you get that brand? It's Wisdom 16, which I realize is not so great.
Okay. It succeeds and is just attempting once more to like fly away. Like it kind of bounces against the side of the wall and almost just like tries to flap away. You get an opportunity attack if you'd like to take it.
Okay, I'll try to punch it, because that's all I can do.
Okay.
I don't got any weapons.
You can pistol with it.
Pistol whip.
Yeah. Okay, what's... Yeah, this is not gonna be... 13? This...
What are you attempting to do?
I'm attempting to punch it, but it doesn't matter, because I realize my unarmed damage is 0. I have a -1 modifier.
Can you have a 0 as unarmed? Whatever, it doesn't matter. You do hit it on the class.
On it too.
I mean, it's a crow, so you literally reach up and you actually snatch it out of the air and like slam it into a wall. And as you do, there's this like arcane reverberation. You almost sprain your wrist as your hand is like ejected, and this individual reappears as you've dealt a point of damage to the crow form, and it's kind of like stumbling backwards. You now see a kind of gaunt-looking elven individual once again with that full mark of tattoos, who's now just kind of slowly backing away from you.
Alright, enough running. This could go many different ways. Let's just talk.
He just goes, "Look, friend, I don't know what it is you think you're doing, facing a stranger in the streets, but it seems like pretty dangerous business." And as this is happening, you watch as there's a little troop of individuals that's rapidly approaching from his flank.
How many?
4.
Oh, fucking... We're supposed to be relaxing. There's lots of, as Vale still, sort of a bloodthirsty look in her eyes. There's lots of many dangerous things that we could be doing in these streets. You might want to tell your friends to back up a little bit. And I would like to reach into my coat and feign pulling out like a dagger. Because I don't actually have a dagger.
As you do that, he appears like he definitely believes that you have a dagger, and does not seem to be shaken at all. He just says, "I don't know if you're a thief looking for an easy mark, but you're traveling with some people who you might not want to be traveling with." And he kind of looks back at the two of you, Sandara and Samugi, and he just says, "I've actually been hoping to have a word with your group." And you're at a point where he's kind of like not even acknowledging you, Cass.
How close are we to the bar?
You are probably about 60 feet, but it's through essentially difficult terrain.
Is our experience like we know this person from? This is the druid that we unleashed.
It doesn't appear to be the same person, but they have similar tattoo work.
Okay, so this is like to our group a known enemy. Like we don't trust this guy.
That's up to you.
Well, I mean, I just wasn't here last game, so like I don't really know.
Not much else happened in relation to that stuff, so this is someone that has like the same markings that the other druid had.
Okay.
So that's all you really know. So
Alright. Got
with
it.
that though, he kind of like almost pushes past Cassius and begins walking towards the two of you. And then addressing you, Sandara, just says, "That was a neat little trick pulling me out of the sky."
Disrespect.
And as he begins walking towards you, Cassius, you feel this sharp white pain in your shoulder as a crossbow bolt hits you in the shoulder. And you hear the shot coming from further down the alley. By the way, sorry if you guys can hear that. My dog is playing with a new toy right now. That's really annoying.
No,
Nope,
I
you're
can't
good.
hear it.
Okay. You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And pretty quickly, this group of goons is now going to descend on your group. What are you all doing? Actually, go ahead and roll initiative right now, the 3 of you that are here.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it.
Can I take a short rest?
I have to say, for the record, Sandara is hostile to this guy because Cass doesn't seem to like this guy.
Fair enough.
She's just ride or die right now.
I like it.
17.
15.
Okay.
Nice. 8.
8. Okay. So with that, so this is so Sandara, so you watch as that individual kind of moves towards you, and you watch as he pulls back like this sleeve of just like manged fur, and you see that he's got what looks like initially tattoos on his arm, but actually manifest as real vines. And you watch as he just underhand whips a like lash of thorns at you that just wraps around your back and rips and spins you towards him. hitting you with a natural 20 for a total of 8 points of piercing damage and wrenching you 10 feet closer to him, which will bring you in his, pretty much in his melee range. That's going to bring us to you. What are you doing?
Where away are the rest of the people in the alley?
They're about between 30 and 60 feet back from like first to last, because this is about, there's like a 10-foot space, so it's pretty narrow quarters here.
Perfect for fucking ball.
What'd you just?
Is that perfect for fireball?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern down to those guys.
Okay.
It is a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Burst. You said you're hitting the druid too?
I don't think I can hit the druid without also hitting the rest of us. So
Okay, gotcha.
I'm trying to not get us in that range.
What is the spell?
It's a great spell.
Excited to use it.
Okay. So you watch as two individuals just completely drop, and you watch as the one with the crossbow, literally. I mean, do you want to describe what it is they're seeing?
So the pattern that appears is like, I'll flavor it a little bit. It's like a clock almost that appears before them, and they're kind of entranced by it before zonking out.
That's cool.
Yeah. You watch as the first individual with the crossbow, who's the first up, is like kind of like rips behind a an alleyway, so like he's like out of sight, and you just hear him yell, "Reloading!" And then you just kind of stop as he just goes, looks out and looks up at something, and then just like drops his crossbow, and then just like reaches out to touch it, and he watches another one just like runs past him with just like a big, what looks like a big mallet towards you guys, and just looks back just like, what the fuck, and just keeps going. And you watch as the third one also completely stops dead in their tracks and just looks up, and then is just like, the two of them are just out. There's one in the back that you don't know if they're affected or not. Okay, that's your go. All right, Samugi, what are you doing?
I'm gonna attack the one that pulled Sandara.
Okay. You now have, you're at level 5, you now make 2 attacks with your action.
Yeah, I saw that. So that was a 13 to hit for the first one.
13 misses.
Damn it. Okay. Dan, I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
For an 8.
And then you have a, what, do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Yeah, I'll try to, if I use like something that requires key, but then I miss, do I still use my key point?
Yes.
That sucks. Okay.
But you can,
Nice,
with
okay.
a bonus action, you can just make a single regular attack. Without using any key points.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's the whole thing with monks. If you do Flurry of Blows, you get 2 attacks instead of 1.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but I'm still gonna do Flurry of Blows. Anyways, it was a 26 to hit.
Okay, and then you get another one with Flurry of Blows.
Okay. And a 22.
Okay. Go ahead and, for now, roll a single attack, damage for a single attack.
It's not gonna work. 5 points of, what is that, force?
Okay. Sundara, as Samubi is just wailing on this individual from the back, you watch as he just kind of like ducks and spins, and you take a full-on Samubi fist to the chest and take 5 points of damage.
Damn it.
So I believe that is going to prompt a concentration check for your hypnotic pattern.
Oh, that's rough.
Sorry, say that again.
Concentration check for your hypnotic pattern.
That is a 19.
Okay, you're fine. And then Samugi, so with your first hit, you completely miss. Your second hit, you kind of punch forward. And this individual, for whatever reason, it's dark in here, and they're very, like, darkly clothed. And they just kind of spin off to the side, and your reach goes a little further than you thought, and you just clock Sundara in the chest. And then your second 2 punches land, so go ahead and roll damage for those.
I missed everything except for my 2 bonus action fury blows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm only rolling for the second one now.
Well, the first one was for the natural 1 and hitting Sundara. That's how much damage she took. So now roll 2 attacks for
Oh, okay. Got it. Also, with my dark vision, does that help me out here at all?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
You don't have disadvantage on these hits.
Okay, cool. For Fury of Blows, that's a 5 and a 12 points total.
Okay. 12 points of damage. Okay. And are you staying put, or are you moving?
I'm gonna jump back like 20 feet.
Okay. And sorry, Cass, what did you roll for initiative?
8.
8. Okay, so after that is going to be an individual is going to rush forward. You see this kind of dwarven individual in dark robes who just lashes forward, holds out her hands, and it looks like they're just completely made of lava. And she is going to cast a spell burning everyone here. So I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh boy.
Even her bud?
Even her bud.
Bitch.
Good. 17.
Okay, that's a success.
19.
18.
Success. And what was yours?
19.
Okay, very good. Everyone succeeds, but I need another concentration check out of Jasmine.
No! 8.
Oh.
8. Unfortunately, the hypnotic pattern goes down. Although those 2 individuals did lose 1 action.
Yay.
So, you all take 8 points of fire damage. Including her druid bud. Okay, and then Cass, you're up.
Okay. As I beat out the flames off my skin, and the as the sort of shadows of the surrounding area return after the fire disappears, I say to the druid dude, listen, we really should just talk about this, but as insurance, I've brought a friend. And I whip my hand out towards, like, brushing across the path of my shadow. And there are some mysterious music notes that play. And then like being flung off of my shadow is another shadow, like that rises up in some kind of smoke, and forms a what could be described as a shadow demon. As I cast Major Image,
Okay.
sort of like blocking off the path to the rest of his allies.
Okay.
And I say to him, you're working for the Duke. You know which one. Why don't we just talk about it in the bar? No more violence.
So normally I wouldn't give a charisma check here, because this is a pretty impossible task, but you are Cassius. So with that, with the display of the Major Image, which I have considered with the ridiculous DC I have in my head, go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
That is a unnatural 20.
Okay. All right. So you've said your piece.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to bring us to the Druids go. So with that, and Cassius, where are you with respect to him?
Probably like 5 feet away. I'd say I'm within range.
Okay,
I didn't move or anything.
Then you're all basically surrounding this guy. So he's got the Shadow Demon behind him, and then he's got like Samugi, Sandara, and you right all there. Okay. So turning and seeing the Shadow Demon behind him, you watch as he just shoots his hand up and catches in his hand a bolt of lightning, and with that just makes a fist and jams it into his chest and casts Call Lightning on himself. And I need everyone to make a save.
They do not care about self-preservation.
Sorry, I was laughing too hard. What type of saving throw are you making?
Dexterity.
God damn.
Oh, no.
23.
Okay, that's a success for you, Samoogs.
That's a 6.
Yeah, I failed.
Alright, so that is going to be 16 points of damage for
Oh, wow.
Sandara and Cass, and the Druid, and 8 points of damage for Samugi.
Sandara goes down.
Okay. And with that, you watch as, with his bonus action, he is going to swell in his form, and those matted furs kind of incorporate with his body, and he is going to wild shape into a large bear. He's gonna, seeing Sandara go down, he's actually gonna whip backwards with his back now towards Sandara, facing the Shadow Demon. That is going to bring us to Sandara. So I need a death saving throw. You also notice there is now a very focused storm right above your location.
Plus 7.
Okay, so that's one failure. That brings us to Samugi. Actually, yeah, Samugi, you're up.
Do I have the knowledge that a healing potion will revive someone who is downed or dead, or
Yeah, you'd have a pretty good idea that would.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take my turn to use a healing potion on Sandara.
Okay.
And, well, I mean, and also, no, never mind. Um, I guess what I would have wanted to actually do was to move us out of the storm center and then use a healing potion.
The storm area is pretty large.
Okay.
Um,
In that case, then just forget it. I'll just use a healing potion.
okay.
Buy her one more round.
Okay. Remind me, what kinds of healing potions are these? Are these
Oh,
standards?
no, it just says healing potion, yeah.
Okay, so then it's just a standard. So roll 2d4 plus 2.
D4. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice.
Okay, so you heal 7 points. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do? You've got movement and bonus action.
I'll take a bonus action to, I guess, attack the druid thing. He's still around, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing flurry of blows or just regular attack?
I'm gonna do flurry of blows. Might as well.
Okay.
So the first one, let's see, is an 18.
Hits.
Second one is 17.
Hits.
17. Okay, sweet. D. Four and 9. 13 points of damage.
And did you add your extra damage dice for your Titan Butcher?
No, I did not.
So once per round, you can add an additional 2d4.
2d4. Okay.
This is a large creature.
Okay. An extra 6 points of damage.
Hey, nice. With that, you just start feeding this bear to the face, and it's already pretty bludgeoned up. Oh, and I need to make... Okay. Okay. That brings us to one of the goons is going to rush up. They're going to spend an action picking up their crossbow. By this time, this second male dwarvish individual leaps forward and is going to try to bonk you, Samugi, over the head with a mallet. That's going to be a 17 to hit you. Does that hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And he is actually going to knock you over to the side, now away from Sandara, and he's going to step in between you and Sandara, kind of isolating her now. And then the mage is going to cast a... try to hit you with... How do I not hit the bear, too? You're gonna have to just do a shocking grasp on you. That's gonna be a 12 to hit. I figure that
Who,
misses.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that misses.
Okay. So they try to rush up and grab you and cast a shocking grasp on you, to no effect. At this point, the rest of the gang has made it there. They definitely do outnumber you, and they've got a couple casters. That brings us to Cass before it's the druid's next turn.
I didn't realize we had an actual shadow demon spell scroll. Okay, is using a spell scroll an action, or is it like a 1 minute, 10-minute casting time?
It's an action.
Okay. Then oh, can I afford it? Nope. I kind of make myself somewhat vulnerable and rummage through my bag real quick and pull out a spell scroll of Autoluke's Resilient Sphere. And I would like to cast it on the druid.
Okay.
So that is
Yes.
a dex saving throw. If it's my DC, then it's 16.
Yeah, it'll be your DC. That's a fail.
Okay.
Do they take damage?
No, they are. Nothing can pass through them. They can breathe, immune to all damage.
Okay.
Yeah, no damage taken to them.
So with that, the major image dissipates, and the bear is now trapped in a sphere. I'm actually going to say, with the bear trapped in this sphere, you've now effectively completely blocked yourself off from the rest of your party. Because it's a large creature.
Yeah.
You're on one side of the bear.
Okay. Importantly, which side are the enemies on?
So the enemies are... You're in between the bear and the enemies.
Okay, but Samugi and Sindara are with the enemies.
No.
Then. No?
You're within.
You're with the enemies.
I am. Okay.
Everyone else is on the other side of the bear.
Cool. If I could, in Cassius's voice, not Vale's, I would like to scream as loud as I can and hope he's awake. Varric, we need you. People are dying.
Okay. Cass, give me a performance check.
Oh, I'm good at those. But I rolled shit. That's a 13.
Okay. So this is going to be a combined DC with
passive perception.
With your passive perception, you're not going to hit it, but I'll allow you a roll to see. But you essentially are adding on to the 13 that Cass gave you to see if you could hit this DC.
I'm at disadvantage for all checks.
You are at disadvantage for all checks.
Come on, you fucking drunk.
Drunk.
Do it.
That's 19.
Hey.
The combined DC was a 30.
What?
And I just watched him roll a 15 and a 17 at disadvantage.
Wow.
So here's the thing, Varric.
Yes.
As you're sitting there, Alara's next to you concentrating. You are in a total drunken stupor.
Mm-hmm.
And in this moment, your head kind of shoots up off the table because you swear you just heard a crack of lightning, and it gives you flashbacks. And shortly after that crack of lightning, you swear you hear the sound of your son screaming in the northeastern direction.
I get up immediately.
Okay. Varric bolts out of the bar. Alara.
Double dash.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and give me an initiative check.
Like I said, I'm gonna come out of my trance and everybody's gonna be gone or dead.
Yeah.
When you're aware,
Or you guys are all gonna be back all shit.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
in a
hear all this
trance.
shit. You're still aware of your surroundings.
You're getting very aware of your surroundings.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like in a like trance, like you can't. Okay. Shit. If he's getting into trouble or seems like he's going to, I would follow him. That's why I didn't make the changes in my spell list in case something like this fucking happened.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So with that, Samugi and Sandara, you are now between. Cass is screaming on the other side of this huge bear. Sandara is pretty hurt. What are you guys trying to do right now?
Can I see Varric come out of the bar?
No.
How far away would he be?
As the crow flies, about 60 feet, but with the routing, like the path you had to take, more like 120 to 150 feet.
Mugi would, at this point, just tell Sandara, go run and get help, and I'll stay with Cassius.
Yeah, I want to try and Misty Step into like above to a region where I can try and get like a bird's eye view to try and see if Varric might have heard Cass's calls for help.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can Misty Step 30 feet up. The roof is about 20 feet up. So are you trying to get to the roof?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So you Misty Step up to the roof, and you do see the staggering form of Varric, drunk, sprinting out of the bar.
And so I'm going to. How far away is he?
About 90 feet.
I'm gonna vortex warp him.
Holy shit.
Oh.
And I'm gonna try and land him right next to Cass if I can. If he lets me. It'll be, I mean,
I'm gonna say he doesn't know what's happening, so he'll have to
stop.
Well, you'll have to roll. You're rolling at disadvantage. It's a Constitution saving throw.
Unfortunately, I'm very good at Constitution. 20.
So I will say because I don't know, this is a very cool thing to happen. You can choose to fail a save if you wish. I will say you don't know what this is coming from, but
I felt some
you would like you would feel something trying to pull you through space right now.
Well, let's take a journey.
Okay.
Take a trip.
So, I mean, I almost imagine in a very kind of like Doctor Strange kind of way, as you're running, you just like you just like go through, like you get ripped through this portal, and you land. This huge, imposing Goliath now stands in front of 4 other individuals that are crowding Cassius right now.
And I just throw up.
Well, I clocked you in the initiative order. So, Sandari, that's what you do. Samugi, you're standing and fighting. Alara,
yeah. As soon as he hits the door, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like he got loose.
You walk out.
You see him.
Yeah, you walk out and you look up and you see Sandara's kind of like singed form, just mutter an incantation, and then you watch this kind of like golden energy surround Varric, and in a very violent way, you watch as he's just like ripped through space and time.
Okay, shit. I run towards Sandara. What the fuck is going on? Like.
Okay, so you're double dashing your way over.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna simplify this. We're gonna do just one round of combatants here, while everyone else kind of joins the initiative. So Samugi, you're still in between. There's this huge bear in a bubble, and you are on the other side, and Cass is on the other side alone. So what are you doing?
Can I go through the bubble? I don't really know what the bubble does.
As you try to go through the bubble, it's solid and doesn't move. If anything, the bubble actually. God, how does this shit work?
It can be moved. It says you can
It
pick it
can
up
be
and carry it.
moved.
Can I
Yeah.
parkour over the bubble?
So it's as you touch it, you kind of push it forward, and it's actually almost like levitating a little bit, and you bump it into Cassius. You give
Hey.
this thing weighs like half a pound now.
Wrong way. Wrong way.
Oh.
Literally a bubble.
Um,
Throw the bubble aside.
the movie just tries to get himself into the fray of things, like underneath or over, or
Yeah,
however.
you pick the bubble up and you throw it behind you, and you watch it kind of like starts bouncing, and the bear's kind of like awkwardly just like in the bubble as you now step up. There's 4 combatants surrounding Cassius. What do you want to do?
Is this my bonus action?
I'm gonna say that was your movement to get into that space.
Okay. I'm gonna take just a strike with my astral arms. And 7, 20, 21.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take another hit.
So just so you know, there's 4 individuals. There's one with a crossbow, one with a hammer, one that casted the burning spell, and then one with a sword.
I guess I'll just go for whichever one looks like it's closest to my teammates, Cassius.
They're all surrounding it.
Okay, then I'll just go for the closest one to me.
Okay, sounds good. That'll be the sword.
Sword. Okay. So my first one was a 21. My second one was a 14.
They both hit,
Nice.
and that's your attack action. Are you using your bonus action to attack, defend? What do you do with that?
I'll just take a third. I'll just take a third attack with my bonus action, and that's 20.
Okay. Those all hit, so go ahead and roll your damage, and if you're using your Titan Butcher charm, go ahead and add an extra D4 somewhere in there.
Okay, just one before. Okay,
Yep.
that's not that great. So 5 and 6, 11.
Completely knock out this first individual. So the swordsman is just down.
KO.
Thanks.
So that is going to bring us to Cass. What are you doing?
Okay, sorry.
You are
Sen-
concentrating on Autoluke's resilience sphere.
Yeah. I go chasing after the sphere.
Okay. Are you going to disengage?
Yeah, I'll disengage.
Okay. So you disengage and rush back, chasing after the spear. You just get to it. You're face to face with a very nauseated and sad-looking bear.
Cass feels that he's gotten away from what he knows and is good at with this group. Maybe there's too much violence happening right now, so he stops the ball and tries to look at this bear in the eyes. Listen, I'm as Vale, the female dark elf. I'm sorry it's gotten this far. Really, none of this needed to happen. I'm looking for Duke Oswald Beaumont. He killed my son in a bar not too long ago. And I just want to talk to him.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Alright, I'll give you one last. This will just be a straight persuasion check. Yeah, straight persuasion check.
Whoa, that went up a lot. Hold on. I rolled a natural 2, which means I rolled a 22. 21.
Holy fucking shit.
Okay.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah, that went up a lot of points.
So there's a acknowledgement in the bear's eyes. You don't know if it's still hostile or not right now. I can tell you it's that storm above it. It definitely appears to be looking up and still trying to rain lightning down on you right now.
Okay.
Actually, if anything, the storm above you has now dissipated, and there's just a little storm of lightning like within the sphere itself. So it's still concentrating on that spell.
It was in the sphere?
It's in the sphere, yeah.
Oh god. I just lock eyes with him and drop concentration.
Okay.
Please.
Ballsy.
So with that, I'll retroactively give you advantage, and I'll let you roll again.
Oh, well, I don't know that it can get much better. It can. 23.
Okay. The bear's gonna drop lightning on you guys.
Fuck.
Um,
With a 23.
If it were anyone else, I wouldn't even give them the check. When I'm asking for rolls, it's with the notion that I already know that the lowest thing you can roll is an 18 on most checks.
It's a 21.
Okay, well, so if the DC is not higher than 21, I'm not going to be asking you for it.
Okay.
So I need a dexterity saving throw.
Am I within range of getting hit with this lightning bolt?
You are not.
Am I?
Okay.
You are not.
Not yet.
You got ripped into the fray. Cass ran out of it.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're right there with everybody. You just roll very low. I mean, you really go low.
Yeah.
Okay, it's only 10 points of lightning damage.
I rolled a 15 for my save.
That's what you need to succeed. So that's
But
5 points.
Okay.
Okay. The bear is looking pretty hurt here.
He electrocuted itself again?
It's too tight space to hit Cass without hitting himself.
I feel bad for that.
Yeah. That brings us to you, Varric.
Oh. There's a guy with a hammer?
There is.
Is my hammer bigger?
Yeah, it's significant. You're at disadvantage
I know.
for all your attacks, just so you know.
My hammer is bigger.
I will restore balance on this attack to make it just a flat.
Okay.
So that's 18.
Go ahead and just roll one more time.
So that's a natural 1.
Oh, that sucks.
Go ahead and roll. Okay, roll a third time.
That's 10, so 18.
Now roll a d4.
It's a 4.
Okay. Go and roll damage.
This is all for the first attack, though?
Yep.
Okay. 16 points.
What?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Smoothie.
All the damage.
Smoothie, you take 16
Take
points
it.
of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Awesome.
fuck.
So, he rolled the natural one, and then he rolled a 1d4 to decide who the attack hit,
Yeah.
and Smoothie was position number 4. So that's incredible odds there. So you watch as, in a drunken, slurring speech, he just goes, "Mine's bigger," and then rears back and just clocks you, Samugi, right in the head.
Oh, you should have left him in the
At least
bar.
tell me. At least tell me, like, knocked me out of the like area of battle or something.
Yeah, we'll say it does push you 5 feet backwards.
Part of it.
5 feet. Come on,
I
man.
feel bad.
Okay, that's your first attack. This is going to be a disadvantage now.
Okay, so that's 24.
Okay, that hits.
And I'm gonna add a superiority die to trip,
Okay.
and so these guys. So that is 11.
11 points.
And the hammer guy is pushed 5 feet.
You knock him
away,
5 feet back.
and he's prone.
So you like rear back and you almost golf swing style reach back and you with your wind up you knock Samugi 5 feet behind you, and then you swing forward, you catch him in like the rib and knock him 5 feet back, knocking him prone. Feeling very pleased
Trump
with your
swinging everywhere.
Yeah.
yeah, he's windmilling. He's got
Spinning in circles.
he's got a drunken Goliath with a huge hammer. Okay, so that is going to bring us to there goes now. The
Are you
cross
gonna go again? Shit.
You're not there.
Damn
You
it.
got teleported there. The crossbow guy is going to shoot at you at disadvantage because
Me?
you're that close. That's going to be a 13 to hit.
Doesn't
The hammer guy is going to get up and rush at you. Because you knocked him prone during this round, I'll give him a negative d4 to this attack. That's ass.
that doesn't hit.
So they're kind of tripping over themselves here. The swordsman's dead. That leaves the mage.
The giant man just showed up out of nowhere.
Aren't you looking hurt already?
Me? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fucked.
She, as she is backing up, but before she leaves your space, she
Smart.
is going to cast sleep on you.
Okay. that's good.
Great.
This is not going well. I'm sorry, guys.
What do I do?
I don't think.
Do you have less than
anything.
22 hit points?
No.
Fuck.
Yes.
Ooh, good job.
Was
Good
that even
job not being
close?
hurt.
Relatively.
Ah, damn it. Oh my god.
It was the the cure wounds that she
Yeah,
did on me.
yeah.
Yeah.
God, I forgot about the cure wounds.
Oh yes.
Good job.
I was gonna get you. All right.
Hey, I helped somehow.
Okay, that's top of the round, Sundara.
All right. What do we have? The mage and one other thing down there. One other
Sure.
person.
There's 3 plus the bear who is now out of the sphere.
Okay. I'm. Ooh, dang. Who to go for?
Oh, did the
I-
knife move out of my range?
I'll say in her nervousness she did. She expected that.
I would like an opportunity.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Uh, 13.
Okay.
Sorry, Sundara.
No, I love that. That's great. Thank you. I will go ahead and cast Sorcerer's Burst on her as well.
Okay, go and roll an attack.
So that's a 21.
What damage type are you picking?
I'm gonna go with psychic damage.
I don't think you can't do psychic. I don't think. I think it's like
Oh.
the elemental.
Oh, let's do cold.
Okay. So at this level, it's 2d8s that you roll, and then just let me know if you roll 7s or 8s.
I got a 7.
So that explodes.
Oh wait, I need just one. That is 10 plus 14 damage.
14. Okay.
Just roll that one again.
Yeah, that was with it exploding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
yeah,
rolled
she-
3. Yeah.
And okay, and then just if it keeps exploding, bad things can happen. So just
Yeah,
keep
Keep
aware
track.
of that. Okay, so with that in mind, what does this look like when you release this burst of cold energy? Do you want to describe it?
No, I can't think of anything right now.
So I'll say, with that, you watch as that apparatus that's floating next to you begins to spin, and it almost creates like this geometrical, like snowflake appearance. And you watch as Sandara just flicks her hand, and the mage, her eyes kind of glaze over, and no one but Varric would really see it, but you watch as right there in front of you, there's no like magical burst or anything like that around her. I mean, there's like a faint like kind of arcane swirl around her, but you watch as right there before your eyes, she's just frozen solid. And she just falls back and shatters into 1,000 little pieces.
You
Good
shattered
job.
the person.
Nice.
Thunder.
I thought I was violent.
Okay, that brings us to Samugi.
Is there who's the most hurt looking
Probably you.
henchman? Okay. Henchman.
Oh, henchman. The one with the hammer that Varric was trying to hit when he clocked you.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to use my action to.
There's also a bear behind you that's cornered Cass.
Yeah, I got 1 hit point left, so sorry. I'm gonna do what I can and get out of here.
Sorry.
Actually, no, I can't risk it. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this guy. What is that? 15
15 hits.
and 20 something. So
Well, go ahead and roll damage for the first attack, because he's pretty weak.
okay. D6. That is, what is that? 9 points of damage.
Okay, do you want to do this, or do you want me to?
Oh, thank God.
I'll do it.
Okay.
So Samugi just kind of, I'm assuming no one's paying attention to Samugi because
No.
Eric
Because
buried me into the ground.
Yeah.
And so he just kind of like crawls up out of this little gnome hole and like limps over to the back of this guy and just does like a 2-finger death punch and kills him
Yeah.
with the little bit of energy he has left in his body.
Okay,
It's all the right
so
points.
yeah, literally, I would say no one actually clocks how Samugi even got here, because it was not at the spot where Varric knocked him. But whether you theorize gnome holes or not, Samugi does just appear behind this individual, and you watch as, not even with his astral arms, but just with his just straight up little gnome hands, you just see him just like reach up slowly with his gnome hand, and then just like 2-inch punch. He just like first touches the neck of this individual, and then 2-inch punch just breaks his neck. He just falls to the ground dead.
Jesus.
That was your first attack. You have another one. You said 20 plus. You could hit the. Actually, that was the last one.
No, I thought the hammer guy's on the ground.
The crossbow guy is the one that's left. So you could direct your next attack towards him.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Come on. What is that? 13? 13?
13 just hits.
Okay. And I get to use my Titan once for this guy also? Just one D4?
Yes, you can.
Okay. That is 11 points of damage.
Okay. So with that, you just like hit him in the chest, knock him up against the wall. He's looking around. You definitely get the sense that he's becoming less and less interested in this fight.
Who is?
The guy that you're wailing on right now.
Okay. Well, I'm with my bonus action, I'm just gonna leave the area.
Okay.
Or my movement, I
you
guess.
need to use your bonus action for that, unless you're doing like a step of the wind to double your movement speed.
And how far are we from the tavern? Like 60 feet, you said?
Yeah.
Can I disengage with just my movement by just being 40 feet away?
So with the new monk rules, which I'm okay with us using either or, you can bonus action disengage or dash, I think, once per round. So if you use your bonus action, I'll give you a disengage or a dash. You don't know whether or not he's going to swing at
Okay.
you.
Okay, then I will disengage.
Okay,
And
and then you've got 35 feet to go wherever you want, including up.
away.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go back towards like the tavern or somewhere.
Okay. Well, that's towards bear country, so.
Okay, no, away from that.
So that takes you further from the tavern, unless you want to go straight up and join Sundar on the roof.
Up here.
Okay, sure, yeah. If it seems inconspicuous, I'll just go up and try to get away from everything.
Okay, sure.
Get away from it all.
Pushing past, rumors you've heard that bears can climb faster than they can run, you climb the building and join Sundara. So with that, at this point, Alara, you roll around the corner and you see
bodies everywhere.
Yeah, bodies everywhere. Cass is trying to negotiate with a bear, who then calls lightning on its ass.
It works in every other game.
And then
Jesus Christ.
yeah, Sundara's slinging spells. She freezes someone solid and shatters them, and then Samugi's climbing up walls after assassinating people.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Is everybody within 30 feet of me right now?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope on everybody. There's a number of creatures within 30 feet.
Okay.
So I'm casting Beacon of Hope. And then I'm going to bonus action Channel Divinity. Whoever looks the most... Actually, I can split this up to anybody. I have 25 hit points to hand out.
Oh, man.
To anybody who's looking fucked up, but it cannot put you above half.
Feels good to have a
Okay.
healer.
I got one hit point.
So healing.
I got one.
How much do you need? How much do you need to get to half?
Your
Impressively low right now. Cass, did you say you have 2?
I have 2.
Got like
Yeah, I'm like competing for who's the most dead looking right now.
twice as many as
Okay.
Samugi.
I'm gonna give 4 of you guys. I'll give 5 to each of you to start. There's your appetizer. I've got 5 more to give, but I'm not giving them out yet. Just
Don't worry about it.
like holy shit. Okay. That's my preserve life. Yeah. That's all I can do for now.
Okay,
Unless
sounds good.
if we're still in combat, that's my turn.
What does Beacon of Hope do?
Beacon of Hope gives you all advantage on wisdom save throws and death save throws. And if I heal you, actually, I just did, it heals the maximum amount possible, but it's not.
There's no dice rolled.
Okay,
Yep.
That's good.
that's really
So
good.
just stay the fuck alive. Jesus Christ.
Gonna save us.
Death saves you have advantage, wisdom saves you have advantage.
Wisdom.
As I'd say, as I came around the corner, I started casting, and each of you would get a glimpse of a raven, which probably isn't the best for what we've just run into, but hopefully that would give you a bit of like, okay, I'm here. Like that would be a signal that I've showed up finally. God damn.
Okay. That is going to bring us to Cass. I don't think we resolved your turn yet on this round.
Okay.
You went last round.
Yeah. Oh man, I would really like to talk, but I guess you're not going to. I'll have to find someone else to help me. And I look around and see my friends on the roof, and I would like to Misty Step up to them. I mean, let's all die together if we're gonna die.
Okay, you missed a step up there.
Yeah. And then I throw a vicious mockery at the bear.
Okay.
So wisdom 16.
That's a success.
Fucking Christ. Okay. And that is my turn.
Okay. That brings us to the druid. He is going to call lightning one more time on everyone grouped up on the roof.
Cool.
It was nice knowing you all.
I know. The lowest of us. It's been real.
Once again, Pierce is bringing bears back to the rest of the party.
Right? One more turn and I can save everybody. God damn it.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, that's a
Let's
19.
see how bad this gets,
so-
man. I cannot catch all of you falling off the roof. I can probably catch the Moogie.
21.
There you go.
We'll see.
24.
We have a chance to survive, guys.
Everybody fucking scatters.
So half damage is 8 points of lightning damage.
I'm down.
Oh my gosh.
I'm dead.
If you
Who's
hadn't
down?
healed me, I would also have done
I'm
it.
down, sorry.
Alright, I'd try to catch Samugi if possible. That's the only one I know I can catch is the
Falling off
Gnome.
he's not falling off the roof.
Alright.
They're like flat roofs, so you can.
Okay.
Okay, so Samugi's down, Cass is down.
Shit.
Sandara, not.
I'm
Sandara's
still
up? Oh.
standing, still up. Barely.
Nice.
The bear is then going to run south.
He's gonna dip.
Yeah, he's dipping.
Mother.
That brings us to the crossbowman.
Do I get to go?
Oh, sorry. That brings us to actually Sandara. It's your go.
Ooh, okay.
The bear is running south.
Shoot it.
Your friends are.
Thank you. Shoot it.
The drunk guy, shoot it.
He doesn't even.
I-
Bear does not clock that there's a bear there at all.
Yeah, I don't even know.
The bear in the bubble was to his back. He has no idea there's a bear at all.
Okay, I will cast aid on us three, of us roofers who are just not doing
Okay.
good. So that's 5 HP.
Okay.
Wow.
I did not know you.
And then I am going to try to quickened fireball the bear.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Fireball?
I'm hurting. No, not fireball. Firebolt.
Oh, okay. There we
That's
go.
yeah. I'm not gonna blow up the whole city here.
That seems a
Oh,
little
okay.
less intense. Okay, so I'm not gonna roll anything.
She hates the bear so much.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
And that is 12 damage.
Okay, as the bear is running, you hit it in the back with a firebolt. And you watch as the whole thing just immolates. And rolling to the ground and standing up is the druid again, knocked out of his wild shape.
All I can do, I can't hold him down.
Okay, that brings us to Alara.
Do we count negatives? Sorry. Do we count negatives for?
No, you don't.
Okay.
So I'm going to. Everybody's within 60 feet of me, correct?
Yes.
Still.
I will cast Mass Healing Word, which is maximum for me because I cast Beacon of Hope, or because I'm concentrating on that. So you all regain 13 hit points automatically.
Dude,
Wow.
holy shit.
That is why I was doing that. Like, fuck, just one more turn.
Feeling good.
Who is looking really fucked up? Like, is there anybody that needs like any more assistance with healing? If not, I can launch a attack on something if I need to.
This is Fog of War. You just saw that Samugi just regained consciousness after Sundara cast the spell.
Okay. Is that bowman, that crossbowman guy still there?
The crossbowman guy is definitely up, and he is looking to bail. He doesn't want to be here anymore.
I would cast Chill Touch on him with my action.
Okay.
And just say run before you make me mad.
Okay.
So 20, unnatural 20 to hit.
That hits.
For 9 points of psychic damage.
Okay. I think it's necrotic.
Or necrotic, yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, he's definitely, like, he's dropping his crossbow right now and looking to try to leave and change.
I'd just be mad dogging the shit out of him.
Yeah. All right, Varric.
It's a baseball swing. This goes for his
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack at disadvantage.
Uh, 10.
10 misses. And as you're swinging him, he's just going, wait, mercy.
Too drunk.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Okay. So you tell me what happens with this.
The first one I missed. The second one, I just kind of get my hammer stuck in the wall.
Okay. So you reach back to just bonk him. This guy just won't hold still, and it's really annoying. And you kind of do your classic, Varric, pre-swing wind-up. So you, reach back for your swing, and it just gets knocked through, this bamboo house, and your hammer's stuck. And you just hear a voice in the house just go, "What the fuck?" Okay.
Destroyed the roof, destroyed the wall.
To him, he is going to risk the not disengage, and he's going to double dash away from you.
I'm just swing one more time.
Okay.
12.
12 misses.
Is he running past me too, or no?
No, he's running the opposite direction.
Okay.
So he's going to disappear behind an alleyway. That's going to bring us to the druid. He's going to double dash out too. So he's running. Okay. So are you guys pursuing or are you guys staying? What are you doing? Now, remember, this all started after Cass just darted out of a bar with no explanation. So no one here really knows what's going on.
They're all gone?
Pretty much.
I go back to them.
Okay. Varric casually starts walking back. Anyone else?
I would be staring at you guys on the roof like,
Yeah, I turned to Cass to look like, all right, wait.
Just
I will say the druid would have actually run by you, Alar.
oh, what, ran by me?
Yeah.
I'm letting him go. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I had a big bear run past me. Like, fuck it. Yeah. Like,
It's
I
no longer a bear.
the bear looking.
I'm not
Oh
a
thing.
good
yeah,
guy.
as it ran past you, I shot him in the back and it turned to a druid.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. No, I'm just letting it go. Like,
That's a good move.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So in the aftermath of all this, you look around. There's a couple bodies on the ground. What? Yeah. What are you
Okay,
guys doing? You
I
regroup.
just from the roof, at least I guess, on making at least my way down. I'm sorry. That person worked for somebody. The person that sent us to, at least me and Varric, to prison. I really was just trying to talk to them. Didn't think all of this would happen.
You're allowed to make whatever choices you want to. I understand. Please,
It was a bad one.
do not make it so I have a record of losing my party every single time I go out with people.
Yeah, that one's on me, everybody. That one's my fault. I guess none of that needed to happen. We should probably move away from the dead bodies.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna very unathletically climb down from this roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks bad. It doesn't look good. She's bad at climbing and is hurt probably.
About to die.
Yeah. You
How
definitely.
high is the roof?
On the way down. It's 20 feet up.
Oh, okay. Samugi's gonna swan dive. No, not swan dive. Like a high jump. You know, like with the front, like a
Jesus
front flip
Christ.
and stuff. And just like
Yeah, you-
land
yeah.
gracefully.
Yeah. If you want, you can just do a gainer off the thing and. Yeah. So movie's totally fine getting down.
Okay.
As a just little token of grace, I'm not going to make you roll a check, Jasmine, to get down. We'll just say, looking bad is punishment enough. Okay.
Do these people have anything on them that looks like that? I don't know. I don't know what Cass was looking for, but
Identify
Yeah.
them by.
Like looking down, specifically at the mage, when she shattered literally everything on her person, also shattered except for one thing. Two things. First off, there is a large. Actually, it looks like a little. It's not all that large, actually. It's like a little sack. It's maybe like smaller than a basketball, but it's got this large like rune etched in the front of it. At a first glance, this looks like a bag of holding.
Oh shit.
And then she's got a reverberating necklace that slotted inside of it is a purple gemstone.
yeah, let's grab them and yeah. Is that agreement with you guys?
I'll just go up to one of the other bodies and just do a real quick check for the symbol of that I saw on the druid.
Yeah. You go and checking the swordsman and the dwarf with the mallet. The dwarf appears to have a couple bits and bobbles that seem would go ahead and make a history check.
That's a natural 6, so not that great.
He's got a couple bits and dwobbles that have like some kind of you can't tell exactly, but this looks like it's of dwarvish make. Some of them appear to maybe be like a company insignia or something like that, but nothing you recognize inherently. The swordsman, just looking at the guy, he's very looking very like rough around the edges. He looks like he might be a Kozanite. They don't look like they're necessarily. You're kind of interested that they're in a party together.
Okay.
Like, you gather these might be two just sellswords.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll leave them where they lie. Probably a bad idea, but...
Okay.
You know, I don't think those were the people that are taking all of the gun customers. But it is kind of weird that somebody came hunting and wanting to talk to us.
Right.
I mean, talk is a nice way of putting it.
You said they were hunting us?
Well, I mean, I think it was talk in the we're gonna try to kill you way. I think Sandara was right. But
Okay. Well, next time. Yes. Wait. I don't even know what to say. I'm glad I got there in time to make sure you all didn't die. I need time just to get this done. I would also again cast. I'd probably burn up all my healing spells to heal you guys. So I would cast Who's Still Beat to Shit, just in case this happens again. Who's looking the worst?
I'm fine enough
You
now.
actually look pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
I'm
are
about
all
halfway.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can give somebody 16 hit points, if that'll help anybody. And I can do that 3 times. Just get you guys all maxed out if I can.
Yeah, do it if you
Yeah.
want.
And I've also got, I've got plenty of healing. So Alex, would it be safe to say if I burn all my spell slots, so I can technically do 16 3 times, and then I can do 11 2 more times. So
I'll be
I can
honest.
pool-
To simplify this, just because I think most people have been healed up pretty well, I'd be
Yeah.
willing to just trade the rest of your spell slots for everyone getting a full heal
No, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to do. All right.
while doing all the mana.
Yep, exactly.
So if that's what you're
Okay.
doing, you can get everyone healed up.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty white. I feel your pain now, even though I may not look it. Can I finish this concentration to get whatever this curse thing is off of the stack?
I'm imagining we just like stagger back into the tavern. Like that guy just saw us run out, and we like come back in, and like our clothes are scorched.
Yeah,
And
literally, what the guy saw was literally 5 minutes ago. A tiefling dropped all his clothes, dropped down, and came back up as a fully dressed female drow. Bolted out of the bar. Half your group followed. A few moments later, another half followed. And then a few moments later, you all come back bloodied and singed.
While I'm sitting there trying to heal it.
I think a drink or two is in order.
Yes.
This one's on me.
Not the strong stuff, not that poison that you gave Varric.
Yeah,
Please.
I have just decided that I won't be selling that to anyone anymore.
Good idea.
You-
I'm going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit with my back to the door. If anybody moves, you have to go past me, and I'm immediately going to be suspicious of what the fuck you're doing. But I'm going to try to concentrate again to reset my spells.
Okay.
So Moogie actually
Um,
wanted to stay behind and bury the bodies. Don't want
Understand
ghosts.
this. So I have to go, but understand this. If any of you fuckers tries to leave the bar, Alex, I'm going to thorn whip you and pull you back away from the goddamn door.
Okay.
So
Nobody
Moogie never came back to the bar,
Yeah.
yes.
just to
Okay.
help you sleep better.
Okay. But that's my plan. So I gotta go, but that is what I'm doing. I'm concentrating as best I can. But if that door opens and it's one of you guys and I look over at you, I'm thorn whipping your ass right back over to us.
Okay. Sounds good. So with that,
I will see you guys later, man.
Yeti.
Bye.
Okay, so you're all back at the bar, bloodied. You've got drinks in hand. Varric, you're still very intoxicated. Because again, it's still like middle of the day. It's only been like a total of like 35 minutes now that all this happened. While Alara is trying to focus and concentrate and change her spells, essentially getting like a long rest here, is there anything anyone else is doing in this moment?
I mean, I do want to ask them a little bit about this Duke. So, what's up with this Duke? And he arrested you, and you initially made it sound like you broke into his house, and that's why you guys got arrested. But I'm starting to feel like there's more to the story.
There's a little bit more, I guess. It's just some guy that came from Karsus Folly, and it destroyed pretty much the entire reputation of my family and all that good stuff. I will have you know, I used to be very rich, and maybe still am. I don't know. But that druid had some sign of. His name is Beaumont.
I assume this is a more like a very powerful guy, or is it like a magical dude?
Both, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Powerful enough to come into our college and take it over very quickly. Anyways, yeah, that didn't have to go how it went.
Yeah, we gotta work on like team communication.
It was right
I
there.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry
Yeah,
for
no, it happens.
almost killing you, Smoogie. That, you know, things went black for a second, and then I saw you on the ground. Also, it was.
It's okay. I think the stack actually did more damage than anyone here, but actually, you know, I saw them. They had a trap laid out for you, so I felt the need to you know, take the first shot or what have you. So
Yeah.
it's okay. But moving forward, is it a fade on sight sort of situation with this guy? Are we gonna hope to not cross paths with him? Because, you know, I'm just saying this thing seems to happen, and unexpected things happen. So maybe just having a contingency if we were to encounter these folks again.
Maybe we stay out of sight until we know what the situation is. Not sure if they were looking for me or what was going on, if they've been following us, but
from my perspective, it seemed like they were they were in they that the druid was leading you into a trap. So I feel that that is the case.
He also made it sound like he wanted to talk to our group as if he knew that we had been traveling together, which is a little odd. And I just remembered that he appears to be a druid similar to the previous druid that we fought, which we heard are part of some weird cult thing. Could it be that this Duke guy is like a leader of this cult, or like if they're isn't that kind of weird that we encountered 2 druids with the tattoos and the
Yeah, they did.
kind of coincidental?
Yeah. I didn't even realize that. I mean,
They
he
call
wasn't part of a cult.
something.
Do I remember if Duke Beaumont was ever had cultish affiliations in my digging?
Make a history check.
Natural one.
Yeah.
Go to school, kids.
Yeah. I own a college. I mean, it doesn't help.
Sure.
He's a very shadowy figure. You tried, like, you knew that there, just by the way he acted, that he's got some kind of dirt, but you didn't get to the point where you actually found anything.
Okay.
Like, you broke into his home to get this kind of info, and then you were arrested and thrown into jail. So, like, unfortunately, you know very little about him, other than I could tell you his typical MO from what you've gathered is he's almost like a vulture capitalist in the sense that he uses his connections specifically with the Queen of Brightwater to basically do like hostile takeovers of other businesses. So like you could say what he did with the College of Brightwater is he kind of initially came in under the guise that he was there basically offering like diplomatic relations in pursuit of knowledge as like a representative from Karsa's Folly. And then things just started happening around the college. Like a couple students went missing. Professors started quitting. Funding was pulled. So it's just like bad things just happened. And then he came in with his money and said, hey, like, this isn't being run well, I can help. And then it became less and less of help and more of like, now this is mine and I own this, and basically pushed your family out.
Okay.
So you don't have any sense that there was anything related to anything cultish. However, the conspiracy theorist in you might start to notice that there are a couple similarities in some of the things that happen in your hometown and some of the things happening in New Callum right now.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty close to each other. Maybe I mean, we're doing jobs for, you know, the Golden Glaive or whatever they're called. But, you know, maybe it's worth keeping up on this whole druid cult situation. Keeping an eye out when we travel. Oh, you're conscious, Varric? How are you even seeing straight anymore?
I mean, you guys aren't moving, so it's not too hard.
Fair point.
Also, Cass, I was thinking, seeing you strip almost naked in front of the bar made me remember that we have some shift weave linens on the ship that maybe you want to get tailored so that you don't have to keep taking your clothes off in the public areas.
You know, I don't like it either.
I mean, I'm not
that's a great
judging.
idea.
I don't, if that's like,
It sounded
I'm
a little
totally fine
judgy,
with
but
it.
that's okay.
And I'm sorry, I
It's
did
okay.
not mean to come off that way. Totally, like, if you want to do that all the time, that's totally fair, but I was thinking it might be more convenient for you.
Definitely more convenient.
Here's a novel idea. Hear me out. Maybe we just go back to the boat. Probably safer. Seeing as we just got in the fight with the locals. And then we go back to the same bar. Probably not the smartest.
Yeah, yeah. Can you like carry Alara?
We could carry anyone.
Well, okay.
Yes, I'll carry the.
I'll go to the bartender if he's still there, or whoever's important is there.
He's the only one there.
Oh. Sorry for all the trouble. You know, didn't mean to cause a disturbance in your very booming business. Here's...
That's okay. A couple days ago, someone died in that chair that girl over there is sitting in, so...
Oh, good. Then you won't mind the extra bodies. Here's 100 gold. You didn't see us, and we'll just keep it that way, right?
Sorry, you said extra bodies?
What? What are you talking about?
They're not in the bar, right?
All right. Well, no, they're not. They're in the alleyway, sort of next to your bar.
Oh yeah, that's by Hank's property, anyways. That's bodies turn up there all the time. Yeah.
Well,
How
keep
do
the
people
gold.
going to that
anyways.
gun store end up actually turning up in that alleyway?
What now?
It's actually interesting.
Apparently, there's been like a gang of hooligans or something like that. That I guess has been, for whatever reason, it's just anyone who does business at the gun store has just been going missing. So, we had a couple bodies turn up in Hank's place. Yeah.
And Hank is different than Reggie, or am I getting my names mixed up?
Reggie's the owner of the Huntsman's Promise. Hank is basically one of the slumlords that owns a lot of the complexes here. But yeah, that's his property out there.
He was okay. Okay.
Have you seen anything unusual with the people disappearing after shopping at Reggie's?
I mean, the people that shop there typically don't, go to my establishment. I just got a lot of dock workers and things like that. So, and I will say, especially after that hefty tip really kind of greasing the wheels on my memory here. Let's see. There has been a sort of someone coming in and hiring a bunch of the kind of the less salient members of my establishment to do some work for them. I don't quite know what they were doing, but I seen a couple of these folks with just really gnarly looking face tattoos.
They would do not.
Yeah, well, they would come in because they're certainly not from around these parts, and you could tell by the way they're dressed. It's like, I don't know, like holy cow, like that. He's got like twigs up in their get up, and it's like it just seems like their whole outfit's still alive or something like that, But they roll in here like they own the place, and and don't ever buy anything. I can tell you that much.
And
But,
these face tattoos, do they look like little vines almost?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, not God, that doesn't exist.
Yep. That's what I say every day. There is no God. That is for sure. That is for sure. I think gods are just just really powerful wizards up there that just say, hey, and I'm going to live in the clouds. And, make people do things just cause. But anywho, yeah. Yeah, they were coming around hiring people with what I couldn't tell you because again, didn't seem to have a lot of coin for drink. But yeah, I know Jared grouped up with their group. Now he used to be a funny story. He's a bit of a hometown grown boy. He was a very talented archer. It was in competitions and stuff for a while. I'm sorry to see him go down that path, really. Yeah, I knew his mom. Nice lady.
How long ago
Yeah,
did
that's
they
all I'll
recruit
tell you.
Jarrett?
Is that the guy that did we just kill Jared, guys?
Possibly.
Okay, I'm not gonna bring that up.
Possibly burying his body as we speak.
Oh, figured Jarrett.
Yeah, so Moogie, you just now make it back in after burying the bodies that your group, is leaving behind.
Did you bury the shattered ice lady too?
I scattered her in the wind.
Okay, well, thank you for that information. I'm gonna start backing out.
You're gonna leave the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds like all of this is connected.
Yeah, I wonder if the missing smuggler sort of got caught up in this also. Because I was thinking of maybe they're kind of similar. We could do them 2 and 1, but maybe they're the exact same problem.
I mean, at this rate, the druids are probably gonna find us if they're finding people with the guns, and they said they were interested in our group. Should we just wait for them? Set a trap, maybe?
We could, set a trap and I guess have another one of our group members buy another gun or rent another gun. It's really that easy.
He said
But be ready this time.
Hank owned a lot of the buildings of somebody named Hank. The landlord of these places. I mean, if a lot of people are going missing in buildings that he owns, let's just go straight to the source, right? Because we could wait, we can definitely do that.
I think
don't
we
know.
might need to take a nap first,
Yeah,
and then find Hank.
definitely.
I like that idea.
We definitely rest on the boat for a bit.
So I go to pick up Alara, but accidentally pick up Zendara instead.
It looks very similar.
Varric, you are drunk. I can walk on my own. We need Alara. I am Sandara.
Oh, look. Sorry.
So you're trying to physically pick up Alara and have her continue meditating? Yeah, that's not going to work. She's going to have to restart back at wherever you guys are. Okay. I mean, so you guys leaving or staying?
We are heading back to the ship.
Okay, gotcha. So Sandara does interrupt her trance. You guys kind of make your way back to the ship. Sorry, I just did it. Speaking of which, let's see here. Sandara, give me a perception check.
Oh my god. I got a nat 1, which is a total of 5.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the to your ship, to the ice pick. You see Leland, who's just out kind of just looking out over the ocean, not really even acknowledging much that your group is back after now a couple days. Just kind of sees you and without even looking just hearing your footsteps, you hear him just go, "Welcome back, Captain."
Turn to guess.
All right. Yep. Good to be back, Leland. Hey, any you know, well, anybody come looking for us? Anybody strange?
A couple vendors came by looking to sell some stuff, upgrade our ship.
Oh.
I told them to fuck right off back to where they came from.
As you should, Leland. As you should. Well, we almost died again, so just keep watch. We're gonna, I guess, hang out.
Bad things happen to people that set foot on land. As a species, we were never meant to walk the land the way we do. We were meant to stand on wooden ships out at sea. All right, so you guys go ahead and take a long rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until I get on first.
Okay. So you're gonna wait for. Okay. So after a couple hours, are the rest of you present for this, or are you guys
On
all
the
doing this
ship?
together?
Yeah, I'm on the ship too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the ship, but I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Sleeping.
So with that, Alara joins you, Varric. You were just, I would say, out in one of the common areas.
On the deck looking over the ocean with Leland.
Yeah, I imagine it's been a long time that you were sitting there with Leland with very few words being spoken. I'd say in the 4 hours you're waiting, not much talking whatsoever. About 3 hours and 25 minutes in, of just utter silence, you hear Leland just go, "Hey, yep, storms are brewing." And that's it.
Cool.
At this point, Alara joins you, and then you watch as she begins setting up like a little bit of what looks like a ritual, and she just kind of goes over to your wound area and just says, "May I?" And as you continue leaning out, she begins to cast a spell. As she does, you immediately feel the sensation of relief, and then just kind of nausea and general sickness. You have a point of exhaustion, but the curse is gone. And for anyone there, at Leland specifically, who would be watching this, she basically like removed that little chrysalis on your kind of side area that didn't have anything in it, but underneath was just this large gaping wound, and she put her hand on it, cast the spell, and then pulled out the little beetle that had burrowed its way in there as part of the curse that was cast on you.
And I'd like to go take a long rest.
Okay. So you nonchalantly walk away as she throws the beetle overboard, and then under her breath just says, "You're welcome," and then goes back to her chambers, walking past Leland, who also looks very unimpressed with what he's just seen. So with that, your group all takes a long rest. As that night went on, was anyone else doing anything? Looking over any new items you've gathered?
Oh yeah.
I think we can identify some new things, if we have anything.
We have a probable bag of holding
And a
and a
necklace with purple.
necklace with a gemstone.
Do I still define exhaustion?
Oh, you still have a janky gun.
You will after. You can clear it with a long rest. But you currently do, yes. Actually, this would have been happening while Alara was preparing the spell, so. Is there any other kind of stuff you want to resolve before calling it a night?
Did Cass tell us that our tattoos are magical in some form? Some sort of enchantment?
No.
Nope, looks like not.
Cool. Then nope.
You don't want to identify those items?
Yeah, we can. We can identify those, the bag and then the purple gem.
Okay. You identify the bag. The bag is a bag of holding that has a remarkable amount of firearms and ammunition in it.
Oh,
Oh.
wait a minute. Okay.
Does it have a blunderbuss?
It does have a blunderbuss. It does have ammo for said blunderbuss.
I'll turn it inside out, right?
Yeah, you turn it inside out.
Dump it on the deck.
There is a rifle. There are 2 hand cannons, 1 crotch cannon, and 1 blunderbuss, with corresponding ammunition for a lot of these items. There is gold. There's 328 gold pieces. And then you see a couple like bits and baubles that look like pendants, little heirlooms, things like that you could probably pawn off. You do notice some of these items are soaked in blood.
Well, I guess we did find the people that are yoinking up the gun customers.
If you want to split the gold through 5 ways, it's 65 feet.
Love it.
How many apiece?
65.
Okay, thank you.
I gotta spend some of this.
Look at that. Almost paid for my tip. Do the guns look of better quality than, like, I'll totally grab that crotch cannon if it is better than the one I have.
It's pretty equivocal. It looks a little more nicely made.
Okay, yeah, I'll grab it.
You have to return that other one, though.
Yeah, we can do that. I paid him for 2 days.
Do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean there is a little engraving on the new crotch cannon that you pick up. On the side of it, it just says the name Sarah.
Oh, let's just I try to rub it out, and that's not doing much. We'll take care of that later.
Okay. You said you also wanted to identify the necklace?
Yep.
So this identifies as an inversion talisman. So it's a talisman that can hold or allow an attunement slot of 2 charms. One of them can be any charm, but the other one has to be an inversion bead, which is slotted in it currently.
What's an inversion?
With an inversion bead, when you take your movement, if you have at least 5 feet of movement left, you can use that last 5 feet of movement to go to where you started your turn.
Oh.
Okay. We're
Is it
tracer
like a
now, boys.
teleporting?
It's a teleportation effect, yeah.
So it wouldn't cause a opportunity.
It would not.
Okay, I explain what the gem does, the talisman and charm. It's pretty good. Probably be pretty good for you, Smoogie. You can get in there, punch people, and get right back out.
The inversion. Can I slot that into my current talisman? Because mine says, hold on. It says one, what does it say? Hold on. One primal charm, one wild card. What is that? Is that talking about what I can hold?
What you can hold, yeah. You could take the inversion bead out of it, but then it would make the current talisman not work. You could also trade it and just take the current one. Because the current one can hold an inversion bead plus a wild card.
Okay. It would my would my Titan Butcher charm count as a wild card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything.
Okay.
Anything work.
Okay. All right, cool, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty dope.
Jess, I think I'm echoing on your end.
Yeah, sorry, my I'll go on mute. My AirPods died.
Okay. So with that, you guys can make the changes of a long rest.
Did nobody... If nobody else is doing anything, I do finally want to pull out the letter from Beaumont to Gunner and see what it says. Maybe that's
Okay.
relevant now.
So I can send you the. I'm not on my main computer right now, but I can just give you like the gist of it.
Okay.
Basically, he describes you as a particularly troublesome little weasel that has not only been investigating his affairs, but also been a little bit too close to his daughter. And he actually instructs that he does not want you to survive more than a few days in the prison. And basically instructs Gunner that he is to personally see to it that you are killed in the prison promptly after you arrive.
All right.
The way that they speak makes it seem like they've worked together in the past. And then he describes that he doesn't care much what happens to your crew, but is very explicit that Cassius is not to survive his imprisonment.
All right.
I feel like Gunner's probably in a lot of trouble. Some
Back to
powerful
killing
people
on
right
sight.
now.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good bargaining chip, actually.
That's true.
Alright, yeah, I go. That's it. I go to bed dreaming of bloodshed again, even though I was just over it.
Okay. So with that, you make the changes of a long rest. And I think that's actually a good place to call it there with Eddie gone. I think we'll come back next time and we'll see what you do with this newfound information and where you go next.
Awesome.
Cool.
Alright.
Yes.